Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got no book to read for you. Today book is Wake Up Bear for 1991, so let's get started. It was spring and Gus the Rabbit was looking for his friend Joshua Bear. He hadn't seen Joshua for months, since Joshua had crawled into his cave for a long winter hibernation. Now the leaves were growing on the trees, and Gus wanted his friend to come out and play with him. Joshua, are you in there? Gus called from the entrance to Joshua Cave. Huff, came a muffled bear voice. Gus hopped farther into the cave. Joshua, he said, winter is over. It's time to wake up. Deep in the cave, a sleepy bear rolled over. Go away, Joshua mumbled. Let me sleep. But the sun is shining, Gus called. Let's go play. I'm sleepy, groaned the bear. Leave me alone. Sadly, Gus hopped out of the cave and went to play. He chased butterflies in the meadows. He went to see water pouring over the waterfall. But without his friend, it wasn't much fun. So the next day, bright and early, he went back to Joshua Cave. Wake up, Joshua, Gus shouted into the dark cave. I'm sleepy, mumbled the big bear. The flowers are growing, Gus called. Come and smell them. I can smell them from here, groaned the bear. Joshua, the bees are buzzing, Gus shouted. Let them buzz, said Joshua, and Gus could hear him rowing over in his warm hole. Then Gus had an idea. The bees must be making honey, he said to himself. Gus knew that bear loved honey. Joshua, he called into the cave, I'm going to get you some honey. And off he hopped to look for some. In his cave, Joshua rolled over again, but he couldn't quite go back to sleep. That bunny, he muttered to himself. He's so funny, looking for honey. Then he gave a snort and opened his eyes. Wait a second. Bunnies? Honey? You have to climb a tree to get honey, and bunnies can't climb trees. Oh no, Gus. And he got himself up and lumbered out of his cave. Meanwhile, Gus had found a nice big beehive full of honey, high in the branches of a tree. That honey sure is high up, Gus said to himself. Then he took a deep breath, tucked back his long ears, and began climbing. After a lot of scratching and wiggling, he managed to get up to the branch the hive was hanging from. Slowly, he crawled out along the branch until he was above the hive. Dozens of little bees was buzzing in and out. Gus reached down for the hive, but as he did, he slipped. Help, yelled the frightened rabbit, hanging by one paw. Gus looked up, and the ground seemed very far away. Angry bees buzzed around his head. He felt his paw slip. Help, he cried again. I'm falling. Gus, what are you doing up there? Said a deep, familiar voice. Rabbit don't know anything about climbing trees. Joshua stretched his arm up, and Gus fell right into them with a plop. Promise me you won't climb any more trees, laughed Joshua as he put Gus down. Okay, said Gus, if you promise me you won't go back to sleep. Are you kidding? Said Joshua. I want some honey. Let's eat. And as Gus watched from the ground, Joshua climbed the tree to get some honey for both of them. So that was Wake Up Bear from 1991. If you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video coming up real soon.